Good morning, children. Today we discuss about the derivation of Newton's first law of motion from second law. Derivation of Newton's first law of motion from the second law. According to second law, everyone knows the formula F equal to m into a. Force is the vector quantity, acceleration is the vector quantity, mass is the scalar quantity. If external force is zero, if no force is applied on the body, so that is m into a equal to 0. So m is not equal to 0. Mass of any body never be 0. Therefore, acceleration of the body equal to 0, and acceleration of any body is 0. It is clear that body are in rest position. Our body is moving with the constant velocity. If velocity is constant, then acceleration is remain constant, that is 0. If velocity is constant, then acceleration is always 0. According to the definition of acceleration, the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is known as acceleration. But velocity is 0, velocity is constant, so acceleration is 0. So according to this mathematical expression, we can say that if acceleration is 0, that means either the body is in state of rest, or it moving with a constant velocity, then acceleration is 0. Therefore, body remain in state of rest or state of motion. If external force is 0, this is the first law of motion. So according to this mathematical explanation, everyone derived the Newton's first law with the help of Newton's second law. Now see the Newton's third law of motion. Everyone knows about the Newton's third law of motion. According to Newton's third law of motion, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Every action is always equal to the, let us see here. According to Newton's third law of motion, every action has equal and opposite reaction. Suppose that we have to push the wall with the 5 Newton force. So the wall is also react in the opposite direction on the hand with the 5 Newton force. For example, suppose that any body kept on the any surface or a surface or any table. Suppose that mass of the body is m, so weight of the body is act downwards. So body is move inside the surface? No. The reaction force is acted in the opposite direction of weight, and it will balance the body in rest position. That means resultant force on the body is 0. So every action, it's suppose that it is the action force, so R is the reaction force, so R equal to mg. But in magnitude it is same, but direction should be opposite. Suppose that the two body A and B, if body A is apply the force on B and B is also apply the force on body A and B, we have to consider the two body A and B. So force at B due to A, it is denoted by force at B due to A, and force at A due to B, FAB. Every action is always equal and opposite reaction. So in magnitude both force is equal, but direction is opposite, and everyone knows the force is the vector quantity. So FBA is equal to minus of FAB. Why should we apply the negative sign? Because direction is opposite of the both forces. Our FAB is equal to minus of FBA. So every action is always equal and opposite reaction. In Newton's third law of motion, two body must be required. the action and reaction, both force is not apply on the same body. So for action and reaction force, two body must be required. For another example, suppose that we have to stress the spring by the external force F, then internal force in the opposite direction of the external force is applied in the opposite direction. So both force is equal in magnitude. Thank you.